Oh boy. You know, so many bad things have already happened to me for as long as I've been in this dump, and just mostly the last few years. As I'm talking about like in 2023. You know, even before I found out like almost 20 people left, right? And it's gotten to that point where it's just nothing just really ever has felt smooth ever since I've been there. You know, it's just a lot of problem solving. It's just a lot of voodoo, I guess. I mean, if you want to call it that. I mean, that dump has already been a curse, ever since. You know what I'm saying? And look, I already been through, even before the pandemic, I already been through a lot of bad moments, and some of it was just immaturity at the time. You know what I'm saying? Some of it was just, it's just a matter of, just being a better employee. And I remember I went through these growing pains with Rico before I even became a better employee. But now, I mean, I'm only showing like maybe even half of that, because I need a new job to prove that I can fully be capable of being a valuable employee, an experienced employee, and an experienced graphic designer. You know what I'm saying? But it's right now. It's just I'm just totally regressing. So there's no question that this past weekend has just been god awful for me, and that because of that incident that happened last Friday night. You know what I'm saying? And since then, I just have not been feeling the same. Hell, I have not been feeling the same as a person since what? Like for the last few years. I've been this ongoing shell of myself, and to still be in this dump, and just seeing myself totally regress or trying to be a better person is why I just can't move on, man. I mean, I'm talking about moving on as in I gotta have a better life. And some people think that, they expect me to forget what I did like on a Friday night or what happened. It's like it happens to everybody. Well, at this point, I really don't care if it happens to everybody. I'm more concerned that I'm trying to better my life, because 4 straight bad years is historic, and I doubt anybody, even any of my friends and ex-close friends, have ever gone through this historic run-in that this historic streak. I mean, where you would have close to 5 straight bad years, and to a point that it's really just so hard to recover. But my as you know, my birthday is coming up, and I'm not sure if I can even care enough about it anymore. And I'm not saying this because of age, like most people would feel like it's just another day. In my case, because I've been in this dump for too long, and that's causing me to feel mentally corrupted. And considering that more bad things have happened to me since I've been there, for as long as I've been there, just look no further. 2024, that car accident I had with Neil. This was my first hangout with a friend. Just as I was recovering from having a cold. And that was what, that was just days before my birthday, man. And that was like the ever bad incident that happened to me. It had to be around the time of my birthday. Last year, I didn't really see much. Not much happened, right? But I just know like the event of the wildfires, just happened around the time of my, just maybe a week before my birthday. But that's more like a global event. I'm talking about in my personal life, But right now, this year, it's just one, just one major incident, like a very heated, just like a home incident, a family argument incident like that, similar to last year, similar to, it's just ever since then I had just not been feeling the same, and it happened just days before my birthday. So you see, it's already now what, like 2 of the last 3 years I already had this these kind of incidents that happen before my birthday, and I'm at the point now where while I'm feeling so much darkness in my life, as it has been last year, as it has been the year before, it's just more cause for just a more miserable life that I have. And there's really not much to say at this point. But now, like, even my own birthday is just being part of this whole darkness. And I'm not saying like it's happened at the time of my birthday, but I'm just saying I'm talking about on the day of, right? I'm talking about just around the time. Even in 2023, I couldn't even get like a group together. I know it rained a lot during that month, and I already said it in the video last week about the fact that it's just it just gets pointless for me to even celebrate my own birthday with friends. That at this time there's just a lot of people just under the weather, and and it's hard for me. It's already frustrating enough that that I could never get a full group together like like I would with some of my other friends, like whose birthdays are usually later in the year, right? And it's just that's how it is for me, man. And it's just like, I mean, hey, January is the start of the new year, and obviously it's winter time, and I've had some good vibes with my birthday in the past, right? Even on social media, but right now I already said it. I'm not even going back and I don't even give a damn at this point. Like, as far as like seeing the number of greetings I have on my birthday, the last few years have just been, to me, at an all-time low. The last 3 years. Now, I don't want to make that to be like the biggest deal to me. Obviously, if I wasn't in this dump, then obviously it would have been a whole different story. That I still have all these friends around, at least a majority of them. But that's not the case anymore. So I've got all these kinds of issues to deal with, and people that's just listening to this video can say what they feel, but in the end, it's my life that I need to get better at. And before I can be a much better version of me, before I can recover being to being a better me, or to being the true self that everyone loved. So I'm just just gonna leave it at that, man. That's just where I'm at, dude. I'm never gonna be a better person until I'm out of this stuff. So, yeah. Tell me what you guys think.